Hello, everybody, and welcome to Book 3, Shadow of Vecna. I am your DM for the next few hours. My name is Gloss and Gadgets, also known as Leonie, or Leonie, also known as Gloss and Gadgets, depending on how I'm feeling today. Is everybody alright? We ready to do this, my players? Yeah, you excited? What are you going to discover today? So, before we get stuck in and have a quick introduction of who everybody is and a quick recap of what's been going on in the first 2 episodes, we've got some thanks to do. So, of course, first and foremost, we would like to thank all our subscribers and patrons, because without them, none of this would be possible. Every show is pretty much funded by you guys, and if you keep doing it, Greyhawk Channel will keep on putting out great shows. Next, of course, we would like to thank Roll20, as we are supported by them, and all our games are powered by Roll20, the world's leading virtual tabletop. And yeah, now they support us. And you can try it for free on roll20.net for all your digital tabletop needs. Give it a go, an account's free. Just sign up, have a play. It's pretty neat. I personally prefer Theatre of the Mind, but that's just me because I'm lazy and I don't like setting up maps. But if you're not lazy like me, give it a go. It's also good to note that Heroic Maps is the official battle map sponsor of the Greyhawk channel. You can check out their library of more than 300 maps, which you can find on Drive-Thru RPG. Next, of course, is Tabletop Loot. You can go to tabletoploot.com and enter Greyhawk, capital G for golf, capital H for hotel, in the coupon code box and get 15% off your clacky clack math balls, whatever you want to call your dice, that thing. And of course, all our Patreon and our Twitch subscribers can get special coupon codes to ruinc.com and Cantrip Candles. All you need to do is join the Discord, and there's a little secret place that you get added to, and there's coupon codes in there. Then you get some money off. I like candles. Does anyone else like candles? No? Yeah? No? Okay. Fair enough. Right, so that's everything. So let's quickly go round and tell us how you're feeling, what your thoughts are of the last 2 sessions, and who you are, of course, who you're playing. And we'll go around the board, so we'll start with Khan. Who are you? What are you doing? How do you feel like the last 2 episodes went? That's what that noise is. Good to know. I'm really sorry, Khan, but you were muted for all of that, because I am proper professional, can you tell? So no one heard you or your dog fighting. Would you like to start again?
Yes, I would. Sorry. I play Karn, and I think the last 2 episodes were very extra. Not as extra as my dog is right now. We found out a lot of things, and it was a lot of fun. I think that there's a lot that's going to happen this episode too. I'm excited.
Sounds good. Next, Varys. Who are you? Who are you playing? How do you think the last 2 episodes went?
Everyone, Mike D, playing Diverse, the Cantankerous Illusionist Wizard. The last 2 sessions have been, I feel like they've been skyrocketing in terms of both intensity and progress. The first one, we were kind of getting our bearings, exploring the town, figuring out what the whole deal is. And then the second session, we went back in and we discovered what I felt like was a lot of information in a very short amount of time. So if that's any indication of the future, I'm excited about session 3.
Excellent. Next, Adafar. Who are you? What you doing? What do you think about the
Hey
last two
everyone, minasan konbanwa, it's John here. Thanks for coming over and watching again. I'm playing Arafor, the Forest Gnome Cleric, and I think the session so far, it's been so interesting to be playing this different style, like with the loop instead of like a linear timeline adventure, and it's just there's just so many things, that we need to do, and so many things that we want to do, and can't wait to get stuck in.
Excellent. And last but not least, Bash. Who are you? What are you doing? How do you feel the last 2 episodes went?
Hello, everybody. I'm Ran, and I'm playing Bashira Kavakan, the Paladin of the Ancients, also mother to the rest of the party. Wanted or not, that is not in question. The last 2 episodes were great, mostly because we went from hanging out where my character is comfortable and likes to be, because they live there, to a town full of a lot of slaves and people that think they're a demon. So, it's good, but also kind of scary because I just want Bashir to go home. And that's, I feel like, what they want to. But yeah, hopefully, with all the clues we've uncovered, we shall be able to leave, because that's what I ultimately want, to get out of here.
Not for at least 10 more sessions. Anyway.
Oh, well, I won't tell Bash that. It might destroy her spirits.
Okay, well, I'll make sure the universe doesn't let Bash know that she has 10 more cycles at least to go through. So with introductions made, let us set the scene and do a recap. So, in case you hadn't noticed, our party had mentioned that we are indeed in a time loop. They have done 2 now in the city of Fleeth, where they wake up at the foot of a statue of Vecna. And for all intents and purposes, this city is very clean, very tidy, very idyllic, except for something's just not right. Firstly, the first thing that's noticed is, in a pretty sleepy morning, the city is soon besieged by a horde of orcs. Thinking that the town militia will come defend them, the city prepares to defend itself. However, the guards have all been poisoned. The ruling class of this city is, of course, King Vecna himself, who is missing, and the Mages' Council. The Mages' Council feel very, very, how to put it, like everything's in hand. They have this all under control. But something goes wrong, because as they were trying to activate an artifact of great power that looks like a heart in crystal, they are beset by a cult. Who is this cult? It's not yet known. And as this is all going down, the orcs manage to infiltrate the city by the sewers. How did they get there? How did they know of this path? It is not yet known. And so, once again, you wake up in the shadow of Vecna, at the foot of the statue. It is 4 in the morning, and it is here we will begin our session.
Okay. Bash looks around and sees everybody. I was like,
Look,
whew.
Here we go again.
We were right. Okay. I was a little bit worried, maybe that the first time was a dream, and then the death, and it wouldn't happen again. But we made it.
Can't be
Adafo
serious.
leaps up on the statue's plinth and he's like, "We're invincible!"
No,
I don't
no
think
strength.
that
No.
means.
Look, that aside, wait, Bash, we need to get to the barracks and stop them before it happens, before they chow down.
It's true. As we go, I need Karn, and Bash like grabs Karn by the arm. It's like, did you find out anything useful? And then, yeah, and then Bash is gonna just kind of like drag you along so that you are talking while we are walking, because we don't know when this thing is poisoned and they all die. So we're just like right off to the barracks.
I've got the perfect thing. I can get myself there quick as anything. Hang on. And Arafo reaches into this grey hide sack on his hip and pulls out a small furry ball and casts it onto the ground. And rolling the dice, he's like, "I shall bring forth the mighty mount." And he threw the ball, and it goes poof into a weasel.
Is that,
Mighty indeed.
are you gonna
Could have
stand
been a
on it?
giant elk. Could have been a dire wolf. It's a weasel.
At least a dire weasel.
Let's walk.
Okay.
I'm
Karn,
gonna pick up the weasel. Here it is. This is the weasel.
Oh, bigger than I thought. Okay, yeah, up you come, fella, and like scoops it up onto his neck.
Okay. While we're walking to the barracks, Karn is going to tell the party. So, Snooty Lady and the other magic guys. There is a cult. They were murdered. I had to fight them.
The mages?
Not the mages, some students. They were in these robes, and I pulled a hide and seek. I dark, and then I woke up. So I at least hope I took some of them out.
of course, mages and their hubris. Am I right? Varys, high five.
The two things we are good at: magic and arrogance, and modesty.
Everyone in that tower had that in swathes. You're saying you like people in the tower, like the students there?
There was one of them. The name is escaping me, but
Who was it?
I want to say Sarah. Sarah.
Started with an
Mm.
Oh, okay. It was Mara, I believe, was the apprentice.
It was one of the added.
I had Amira.
Amira? Oh my god. Okay. Well, sure. We all
I
heard.
can't even find
One of
my notebook. So I have a new one.
She was like not the head, but
Yeah, she wasn't the one that I saw.
Yeah,
before-
Black Cloak.
before I
Black
went
Cloak
in.
was the leader, right? Yeah, she was the one that was down in the room.
It was the angry one that was jonesing for a fight in the lobby.
Yeah.
What precisely did they do, these occultist mages?
So they went to start the ritual, and then some of them took off their hoods and just straight murked all of them, and then that's when they saw me. The invisibility went away. So
were they trying to facilitate or impede the ritual?
it didn't even get that far. The second they finished murdering everybody, then that's when they saw me, and I just...
Well, we can add them to the list of things to deal with.
So yeah, we're gonna have to save these guards and then save the mages.
If there's time at this point, I think that we should focus on one thing, because we know what's going to happen at the end, and we might get more information if we split up, but I don't want to.
Well, if this happens when you say it does, Khan, then we've got time to go to the barracks. We've got to deal with them first. That happens before.
Well, there it is.
Well, as darkness was overcoming us for yet the second time, did anyone else happen to notice the skull and claw-like form reaching down from the sky?
What?
Oh, I just thought that was normal at this point. I know nothing everything surprises me.
Normal.
Yeah.
I think Bash had fallen on me at that point. I didn't see anything.
I did witness what I can only assume is the skeleton of, Vecna, of course. But that's just because we're in this crappy town with these crappy slaves.
Well, another interesting point of order. Before I went down, I saw a black figure appear on the bridge. I couldn't make out any details, kind of shrouded in darkness, too distant from me, but they appeared on the bridge, seemingly out of nowhere.
Like, as if, like, one of our magics had been dispelled, or, like, you know, like...
Tough to say.
Okay.
Or like someone was watching or waiting.
Do you think that the skull and the skeletal hand was to do with the ritual they were trying to cast? Because she did say that big boss lady up in the tower there, she did say that Vecna watches over them and they watch over him.
Well, I think one of the things we need to figure out is where he is, or at least who he was with last, since he's been missing for a while. There has to be some type of story or urban legend about why.
Well, I once there's an old gnomish legend about there's this one section of forest where these 7 gnomes lived together, and this beautiful lady came to visit them, and then when she was poisoned and killed, she was put inside a crystal coffin, and you said the heart was inside a crystal.
So does that mean we have to go dig up graves, right?
No. It
I mean,
sounds like
we're going to find a crystal coffin.
No, it does not mean that. We are not digging up graves.
Absolutely.
Slowly puts a shovel back in the back. I'm a trowel.
Didn't you say they had the heart in a crystal in the tower there?
Yeah. So when it comes to the tower, what exactly would our plans be for that? We know what we're going to try to do for the barracks, but did anything else happen?
We were quickly press ganged by a very large group of orcs flowing out of the sewers as we were trying to protect.
The sewers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they came up from beneath the city as well.
We were at the walls. We've always been so far. So does that mean, okay, so we really need to get to the barracks. They have to split the troops. They have to take people down there, right?
Or we can hope that they can man the wall themselves and we can go down there and try and figure it out. But I'm also interested in the ritual that's supposed to save the city is stopped. If we stop them from stopping the ritual and we allow the ritual to go on,
then it should protect everybody like it normally does.
I mean, usually mages are uppity about their abilities when hopefully they actually work, right?
We know, at least we know why the ritual didn't save the city the first time around when we went there. They must have been killed then as well.
And if there's a strong enough magic to protect a whole city from orcs, I feel like maybe it's a strong enough magic to put us in a constant loop. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's his way of protecting them.
But if the ritual wasn't successful, I don't feel like it's protecting anyone.
to start it over and over and over again until it's fixed.
Till we get it right.
Why us? I don't want to fix this town. Where are we? Who cares?
It has to be us because everyone else here is so set in their stupid ways. How long did it take us to convince them to let us even talk to them? Because it always works.
I'm not exactly thrilled about the idea of becoming known as one of the heroes that saved the city of Vecna. That's not exactly in my reputation. However,
Well,
if it's our way home, Bash, then perhaps this is something of mutual benefit.
That is my thought as well. I don't care about saving this.
We'll just be saviors by coincidence.
What
is it? Confidence? What is the word?
What's
the word, Ash?
It's like I said last time round, if we endear ourselves to them, they might be able to help us out. Those mages seem pretty powerful.
Yeah, pretty powerful to not notice some sort of traitorous among their ranks. So anyway.
You know, during my studies, I heard of this phenomenon called the Wyvern Effect, where one small change can lead to a cascade of events. And perhaps we can nudge things in a direction such that 1,000 years from now, or whenever the hell we return back to where we were, the city of Fleeth is no longer a city forgotten, privy to slavery and other things of the sort. Perhaps we can pull a...
They don't need to know who we are. They just have to be a group of us.
Okay.
I think I see what you're seeing, Diverse. Yeah, and Arafor runs over and he kicks a pebble. Now, do we just wait and see what happens?
Well, it might be more of a nudge than that, but you're on the right track.
Oh, so this. Karn's gonna walk over and pick up a rock and throw it.
Okay. Excellent. Stop. Focus. Remember, everyone, we're here to save the guards and not to make a wyvern angry at us and then its wings blow air in our hair. I wasn't listening, really. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. But guards, please, can we just everyone gather together?
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah, Bash is right. We're here. Look, barracks.
Okay, we get here and Bashira casts detect poison and disease immediately because.
Well, are they just going to let us in?
I mean, it's a 30-foot radius, so if it's around the door, I will know. And they're not going to let us in because Diverse has to talk us in. Because he's
God.
Look, every time Bash wants to talk, everybody's like, Bash, don't talk to anybody. So Bashira, we get to the door, and she sighs and reaches in and gets her apocalypse cloak. Huge cloak that just covers her completely and you can't really see her, and she just stands there 8 feet tall behind everybody.
Bash, what kind of poison did you say it was?
Death root.
And how is that usually administered? Added? Will it be like a liquid or?
I'm not sure of how it's actually added to. I just know it's an ingested poison.
DM. If I know it's death root and I know there's poison, the poison death root is about to be used in this vicinity, can I use locate object? Can we figure out who's got it?
You can, or you can let me tell you the results of your passive perception.
For the group?
Yep, for the group. I'm using the crappy dice because you told me to, and I rolled 2 1s.
That's right, dice. Get in line.
So do you
Don't
want to
attack.
do you want to waste a spell slot and be very generous? I'm clearly in a very generous mood.
You are.
Or do you want to know the results of your passive perception?
The will of the math bones.
I'll sit on that for a second. And, see where this leads us.
Okay.
The dice are clearly remembering our arrangement.
Although they're not remembering mine. So as you're standing here at this barracks, and this barracks is huge, like you have never seen such a giant, sprawling buildingscape? Estate?
Estate.
Yes, estate. Yeah, it sounds quite posh. Such as this. And you're on the outside gate, you know, because it's walled and obviously there's buildings inside. And as you're here debating it, you get that feeling that you're being watched. And as you turn around, you see two hooded people standing on a rooftop, watching you. Masked, hooded, wearing black, crouching.
Do they look similar to the person I saw on the bridge before I went?
You only know that the person on the bridge was male of build, so masculine of build, and they were just dark. Ooh, so I frightened myself with my curtains. You didn't pick out any other discerning.
How far away from us are they?
About 60. No, more than that. It's about 70 feet. They think that you can't see them, unless you're going to be obvious about it.
Look over there.
Are those people on that roof? They look suspicious to me.
Ha!
One day you're going to do something silly like that, and I'm just going to roll with it.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
So I'm gonna say to Bash, hey Bash, why don't you get inside and why don't you get inside and deal with the food? Khan and I can snag one of these two. We can
Okay.
get some answers.
I pet the weasel mischievously.
Be careful of a man named Gadget. He might, maybe too old. Like Gadget, anybody? No. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
Stop it.
next time.
Yeah.
all right. Sorry. Look, you were petting the cat. I can't. Anyway.
It's fine.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. So Bash is like, stay safe, and then just like hammers on the door to be, because I assume it's locked. Like.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Are you wearing a cloak? Are you disguised?
I am disguised. Varys is going to do the talking, but he
Oh,
also
boy.
has like 3 strength, so I don't want him to hurt himself and his casting fingers
Okay.
on the sturdy door.
We will divide the
I
party.
imagine how he casts.
We will divide
Very
the
short.
party here, and for all intents and purposes, the next 2 scenes will be happening simultaneously. But we'll do Varys and Bash first, and then we'll do Khan and Arafor second. So
Okay.
you bang on the door, and you hear a very sleepy sounding shuffling. Once again, someone opens those little lookholes and they look in. And obviously Bash, you're in your hood and you're all covered up and, you know, hiding all your Dragonborn, and obviously Varys, you're there looking all elfy.
Well, I actually wanted to disguise self before the door opened.
Oh, okay, you may do that.
I want to look like one of the priests that we had met
Okay.
previously.
Okay, so you change yourself to look like a sword
Nice, not looking-
priest.
Not looking like Thorn. Good. I'm glad that you didn't pick the most obvious person to look.
So you're now bald of head, pale of skin. You've got that weird gingery hair colour. You've got the little. Does it do clothes as well, or just body?
Appearance, so it can like hide my equipment.
Cool.
Basically, I exhale a cloud of smoke and it swirls around me. And as the swirl kind of like leaves my head, I look different as it moves down my body.
Excellent. You're wearing a loincloth and some sandals, because that's what they wear.
Bash, what do you think?
Not my cup of tea. You could have just given yourself some more muscle. I feel like it's just, don't you want to ever live the life of somebody who isn't you?
No.
Oh, okay. Looking good then. Nice.
So the door, the lookhole is open, and obviously notice Bash immediately because you are a tall, hulking, cloaked shagger. But then it notices the priest.
Is that you, Commander Thorn? We have word from the other priests that perhaps you may want to lay off breakfast for a little while, at least until we can speak.
I am not Commander Thorin. He is not yet up. I'm, and they like rub their face where they're sleepy. I'm the night guard. Do you want to see?
I insist that you go wake him and bring him to our attention immediately.
And the lookhole closes, and you hear the sounds of unlocking and unbolting, and the door opens with a creak, and you see a young woman dressed in the city guards, armed with a small shield and spear. She gestures for you to come in.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, and Bash sort of plays the silent bodyguard at this point, so she just sort of shuffles behind Varys and like tries to look like, oh, don't look at me, I'm 8 feet tall, it's okay. But yeah.
Despite the fact that Varys is now looks like a priest, he still walks with that like same hunched over spine, Mr. Burns posture.
In a loincloth.
Basically.
I love this visual image. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, that is quite a visual image. I need a moment.
Yep.
We're good. So you're welcome inside the compound. Compound was the word I was trying to think of. And of course you see the individual barracks, you see which could be a smithy, you see something that looks like it could be the quartermaster's area, because you see shields and spears all neatly lined up. And then of course you are led through, you see the stables, the training yard, and then you come to the dining hall, which is huge. Feasting halls have nothing on this. Grand halls of palaces have nothing on this. You think that possibly this dining hall could feed 10,000 men easily. And you are led in. And you walk the long way, and it's empty. Just rows and rows of benches all neatly lined up. There's the smell of food, fish, bread, eggs. Feel the air. And then you're led out a side door to another row of barracks. But these barracks look different. These are nicer, individual. Perhaps where those in charge are out. And you are led to a quiet little office, just tucked up out of sight. She knocks on the door. And you wait. And it is not long before here comes Commander Thorin, not looking sleepy, dressed as if prepared. He seems to be wiping his face with a steaming towel, his face freshly shaven. A little bit of foam or wash still left. Thank you. And he steps back from you, Varys, as you go to wipe off a little bit of foam. And he looks
Commander, I don't know how to tell you this, but in a matter of minutes, hours, your entire barracks is going to be head over heels, spewing from every end. Unless we fix what's in your breakfast. Someone is poisoning you.
And he's quiet for a moment, and he considers you carefully. Okay. Have there been signs in the morning readings? Is that why you have come, priest?
I was awoken in the middle of the night, as if I'd experienced this prior in a dream of some sort. As if I've seen it for myself. As if I lived it.
Roll me a persuasion check, but you may have advantage.
Yeah. Nice.
Here we go, first roll of the day.
You can do it.
That's a 10, and that's an 18 plus 2. So unnatural 20.
I've never been the religious sort, but the priests have never steered us wrong. Very well, let us go to the kitchens.
I turn around and I wink at Bash.
And there's a low like from the gal of the cloak as we follow.
We'll pause. Over to our tiefling and our forest gnome siblings. So obviously you see two people on the roof, watching, looking shady. And you've noticed them. They haven't really noticed you noticing them. Noticing them. How do you want to go about this? How do you want to confront these people?
Look, Sprite, I told you, if we don't get his stuff from Arachem, he's just going to be in a temper all day. Look, we've got to go back to the baker. I said we should have gone there first. And then Arafa's going to be trying sibling banter, just just having a bit of a fight, having an argument with
Well, you
with
don't
Karen.
own me. You can't tell me what to do just because you're older. No one believes that you're older. What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do if we don't go?
Oh, you're just jealous of this lovely skin of mine, aren't you? I know. Look, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm advising you not to piss off Bash all day.
Maybe you know what? I would just prefer to do let's just go. I don't have to hear your mouth, then I don't have to hear her mouth.
Well, then follow me, and we'll start each other.
Do like this, like after you.
No, dear sibling.
Is this an act to get closer to them?
Yes.
This is actually lead them away.
To lead them away to follow you?
Well, no, I want to get closer to them so I can cast something on them.
Okay.
So I had started walking in their direction, bickering like this.
Okay.
Roll me performance checks.
Okay. And my dice.
And I roll
My-
insight checks.
Okay, so performance, then insight. Okay.
14.
9.
23. 20.
And the insight? The insight is better. 26.
Okay. My insight is 6. Oh, 6. I did it.
Okay. So as you're making all this ruckus and trying to get closer, obviously keeping an eye on them in your peripheral vision, you see the two heads turn towards you. And you see
Wait.
their heads moving, as if talking to each other and into the air. And then you see them dart off.
Were we within 60 feet?
Yes, you would have got.
Okay, because I wanted, as soon as we were within 60 feet, I wanted to cast Hold Person.
Can you do hold person on one?
I'll just one of them. Yeah, I just want to snag one of them.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
Although, hang on. That said, actually, yeah, no. If I cast it at one of my new third level slots, my shiny new ones, I can actually target one extra person. So I'll actually target both of them.
Okay.
It is a DC 15 Wisdom save.
16 and a 19.
You
do not hold them. And
None
you
of
see
my
them.
magic is gonna work.
See them dart off away from the barracks. But they're not very quick. Roll me insight checks.
Okay.
Insights.
Oh, natural 20.
I got a 16.
Arafor, you don't know what it is about these people. They seem very dexterous, they're like flitting rooftop to rooftop. Like parkouring and ninjaing away. But you're able to keep up with them. As if they're deliberately trying to lead you away.
Okay.
Khan, you're just like, squirrel!
It's like, it's so accurate.
I'll grab onto Khan's like sleeve or something. I was like, and I'll whisper, like coming close. I was like, it looks like they're trying to lead us somewhere. They could outrun us easily.
Let's let them. You got to get at least one of them.
So maybe these were just lookouts, and maybe their buddies are inside the barracks ready to poison the food. But should we go back and help Bash?
Oh, but I don't know if we're gonna get another chance like this. They know we know.
Right. In which case, can I have another go at Hold Person? Has it been long enough?
How fast do you run? I know you run 20. I mean, I've got this written down. Why am I asking? Sorry, bear with me.
Not very.
25 feet and... Okay, yeah, so Khan's way ahead of you. And she is keeping up. They are keeping up, sorry. And you are starting to fall behind a little bit. So I wouldn't say that you are close enough to try again to cast Hold Person unless Khan will want to assist you.
The old Shuntaroo?
Do you nudge sprite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I noticed that he's like falling behind me, and I'm gonna start kind of slowing down just enough to get about 10 feet behind him, and then I'm gonna charge forward and then push him 10 feet ahead of me. Like as fast as I can. So basically just sort of like land fastball specialing him so that he can keep up and push him closer to them.
Okay, I want you to roll me an athletics check, and I would like Arafor to roll me a dexterity saving throw to stay on your feet and not to
We
be
have
shamed
practice with this. Come on. Okay,
and not be shoved into the dirt. And since you're in practice, it's a low DC.
No. Okay.
Ready? Push.
Okay, so wait, is this a save?
No, athletics check.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez. 5 plus 7. 12. I rolled a 12.
Okay, and Arafor, what did you roll for your dexterity saving throw?
11.
I set the DC at 10 because you have practiced this, so you just made it.
Yes.
So yes, you shove with
So I
all
got
your
my hand
might.
My hand outreach, and she's like shoved forward, like, shh, and as I get pushed forward, and then I cast.
Okay. Another wisdom saving throw.
Stop right there.
I rolled a 15.
And the other one?
A 19.
Oh.
No.
And we're just going to pause you there. So, where you are trying to chase these ninjas. And we go back into the barracks. So you've been led through this endless, almost, dining hall to the kitchens, which, may I add, have to cook for 10,000 people. There are ovens as big as houses here. There are pots that look like they could stew elephants. There is about 100 people darting about, carrying trays and trays of bread that, you know, could feed 20 people. Too long, really, for one person to carry. You see mountains of vegetables and meat, and the smells are intoxicating, and it is hot in here. Everyone seems scantily dressed, and they're all covered in either like a sooty grease with just sweat, and it is steamy. And Commander Thorin turns to you and goes, "As you can see, we're going to have a hard time finding someone who's poisoned us."
Perhaps not the person, but perhaps the source. My cousin here may be able to help with that.
Right. So detect poison is on. So anything within 30 feet of me, I can detect if it's been poisoned or diseased. So yeah, Bash is going to just sort of like slowly, and I'm going to use athletics here to sort of knock it in the way, because I don't want Bash to just be like, "Where's the poison? Throw, jerks." So I want Bash to use athletics if they need to sort of weave in and out of the things, and like, yeah, like there's a weird gracefulness to them kind of moving through this speedy landscape.
Okay, so roll me just a dex check. I want to see how
All
gracefully you dodge, weave, duck, and dive.
Terribly, probably.
Here we go.
14.
Once again, a low DC, because you did a beautiful job describing it. So you got detect poison on, and you are weaving and ducking and diving between people carrying bread, hauling pots of soup, carrying spices. And thus far, you don't immediately sense anything.
Okay.
And as you
So-
reach...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, dramatic pauses.
Yeah, no, sorry.
But as you reach down the far end of this massive kitchen, you get a very gentle ping before it's gone. And you turn to look. You see a group of people, about 10 in all, moving in that general area.
Okay.
Commander, I think you should really keep the beard rather than shaving it. As Bash is detecting. I'm just chit-chatting with the commander.
So let's see. So Bash sort of, oh man, do you happen to speak any languages that Bash does? Do you speak Draconic or Sylvan? Varys.
Neither of those.
Okay, all right. Cool. Sure. So Bash just sort of stops near the 10 people, and I just feel like they are not good at subtlety, because they're just not. And so they kind of just like throw open the cloak and raise a hand. So now they have like this sweet claw hand, and they just are sort of like waving you this way and like pointing and be like, "It's over here. Somewhere here."
Commander, let's... my cousin has some information for us.
And as the claw arm comes out, you do just see Commander Thorin's brow furrow, and he seems to look at you, Varys, and then back to you, Bash. And then he comes over. Without a word, just this furrowed brow. And Bash, just to point out a detail to you, obviously in this general area there's about 10 people. It was only just a slight ping. I mean, it's still activated. It lasts for 10 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, right.
So even though you're standing there with the 10 people, you don't feel it immediately among the 10 people. There's just 10 people there briefly.
Right. So I mean, that's kind of like where Bash goes. They're just kind of like, okay, it was here for a moment, around this area. So we need to. Do I get a ping of like direction? Was it like up, or was it? I don't know if that sense is kind of.
Yeah, no, I will permit it because that's a good question to ask. And it was up, and as you look up to inspect, you see rafters, and at the top of these rafters are little like holes. So it looks like that's like a storage area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, yeah, Bash like turns to Thorin because now that she's like shown her client, she's not gonna not talk to him. She's like, "How do we get up into the storage?"
But what's in the storage?
That was where the ping for the poison.
Commander.
And he points to a little tiny arched hole that has a very basic boarded door. And if you step through and you go through, you come to a storage room that has like sacks of flour, grains, potatoes, just piled everywhere. And you see a ladder. And coming down the ladder is a woman with red hair. Quite unusual. You've not seen this colour in the city yet. And she seems surprised to see you. She's carrying a basket. It is filled with root vegetables.
Okay.
She wears a slave collar. And as your magic starts to die out, because it was a huge one, we'll assume that you searched all of it.
Absolutely.
You get a very light ping off her.
Okay. And so Bash, Ferris, I hate to do it to you, buddy, but Bash kind of just like attempts to throttle her, and not like just pin her against the wall, right? Rush her and then just kind of like arm bar her throat, as athletically as she can. Okay. But yeah, again, if you need a dexterity, just for quickness, because if the magic is fading, Bash's assumption is this is the poisoner and they still have a little bit on them, and Bash needs to know where the poison is. So
just plotting for a moment.
I also have I took the feat that allows me to use, I'm shield master, right? Mm-hmm. So I could also sort of just like bash her with my shield. I don't have my shield out, so it's not really, but I am practiced at that move. I'm kind of not arguing, but kind of being.
No. I like the visual. I'm just trying to decide what they would do. I've decided. Bash, you successfully pin this woman up against the wall, and she lets out a cry. Surprise, panic. She's just been assaulted.
Very true. And Bash armbar and then turns to Varys and says, I detect the poison on this one. Probably the poisoner, because Bash loves assumptions, and it's very easy to make assumptions about people. Don't do it at home, children. This is bad behavior. And then Bash is going to try and intimidate her to turns, waits for, if Varys wants to say anything, but she's going to turn to her and be like, where did you put it? Where did you put the death root? And it's going to be an intimidation. There's no persuasion here. obviously.
I'd like to amplify that with minor illusion, if I can, to just make Bash's arm or fist kind of glow with fire.
And Thorin is now completely scared of your cousin and runs away.
Roll me an intimidation check, please.
Okay. Ugh. 13.
You see fear in her eyes and panic. And then she looks to Commander Thorin, who's just watching all of this. He seems highly bemused by it all, especially with the big, scaly dragon arm against this woman's throat. And she says,
Commander, do you know her? Do you recognize this person in your barracks?
"You must forgive me. I am not all familiar with all the slaves that serve here." And, she's all wide-eyed. Tears roll in her eyes. And she says, "My lord, poison? I wouldn't." And I'm going to have to roll against myself. This was very weird. This was very strange. But, against. Okay. Thorin is quiet for a moment as he considers this. "If she is the poisoner, then find me the poison."
All right.
Cousin?
So Bash turns to the woman and says, "If you're not the poisoner, you've been in contact with the poison. Where did you go?" And so Bash is going to say this and like try and make her go up the ladder while she's also like going through the basket and like the clothes and doing just pretty much a terrible Dragonborn claw way of patting this person down looking for a vial or something that, I mean, it's just like, human skin is so soft. What is this? Flesh. But yeah.
Grabbing boob and arm.
Yeah, no, it's like, what's, no, thank you.
And every grab, she shrieks and yells and pushes you away, and she's putting up quite a fight, and all the while pleading to. I'm not going to talk to myself as both PC's talking. I don't do it. It's weird. Yeah. I can't do it.
I mean, I feel like that right there, that pantomime was excellent. I feel like that's all you need.
Yeah, that's what's going on. And you don't immediately find it in the basket or on her person. And as you're leading her up the stairs, you hear a sigh from Thorin. "Leave her be. She's just a stupid slave girl." Who rolled very low on his insight check, by the way.
And, I mean, Bash is not going to listen to Thorin and is going to cast Detect Poison again now that they're up in the rafters, just so that the one job that they have is to just waste all their first level spells so they can never smite anything. I feel like that's kind of
That's a smart thing to do. Wait to Paladin.
Yep. Yep.
So you're ruffling around. I just kind of imagine you being like bags of potatoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like chucking it around.
I have not let this person go. So she is. I'm like asking her questions like, "Where did you get those root potatoes? What are you doing up here?" And just like interrogating her as I'm like thrashing around in this. Because look, Bash is a very simple person, and without somebody leading her in, I don't know, intellectual pursuits.
Okay. So, she's like giving, "I don't know what you're talking about, help me," whining, crying, weeping. However, as you cast Detect Poison again, you notice this very ornate, rooty, kind of carved to be looking like an antler hairpin in her hair, and it is beaming, resonating, screaming out to you.
Okay.
This is
So
indeed
whatever
amazing.
like lacks grip or like side eye Bash had, immediately she stops and like grabs her again and is like, Daenerys, the hairpin, and so is holding her and wants
I would
Daenerys.
like you to roll me an athletics check as you attempt to grapple her,
Okay.
and she will roll a dexterity check in contention.
16.
12.
Plus
And
7.
you manage to, as she struggles and wiggles, and this whole act, these crocodile tears she has immediately stop as you try to think, and you kind of see this mask go over her features. And we're going to pause you there and go back to
Okay.
the siblings. Siblings, are you continuing to pursue the assassins?
I am. I cannot speak for my brother, but I know I am.
Do you think maybe we could like pass without a trace and like continue to see where they go without them knowing that we're following them anymore?
You can, yes.
Right? Because let's see, if they don't think we're following them, maybe they'll stop and go back to the barracks, or maybe they'll lead us somewhere.
So this is interesting. You are trying to give them the slip of them trying to give you the slip. Sure, this works. roll me a stealth check and obviously pass without trace plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That is 27.
Oh, nat 20, yes.
Oh, jeez.
2. I didn't change dice. It's the same one. I can prove it because this one goes orange. Oh no, it's green. I thought it was orange. Oh no, it's kind of orange green.
How'd you go, Khan?
You still? Did she roll nat 20? Or do I even still do the thing?
Well, you might roll a nat 20, so you might actually give them a slip. It
I got
just counts
27.
out. You can still try.
I rolled a 27.
Hey, double 27.
Okay. So you follow them for some time, and a couple of times you see them pause and look, see if you're still there, like. And then they seem to saunter into a dark alleyway. Do you follow?
Can we roll an insight check to see if we were, if they were aware of us?
You may, with advantage.
Thank you.
Both of us?
Yes, if you so wish.
I rolled a 16.
So 16 and a...
23.
Okay. Anatol, even though they put up a very good show of like looking around for you and slowing down and sauntering, you suspect that they don't know exactly where you are.
Okay. So yeah, they were onto us, following them. Okay, I'm gonna use my for the first time. I'm gonna use my channel divinity and invoke duplicity. Right? Is that the right one? Yeah, I'm gonna invoke duplicity, and I'm gonna tell Khan about this first. I want to invoke duplicity and send my duplicate sneaking upstairs as if they're trying to be stealthy still. And
While you're doing that,
yes.
They went into an alleyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tall is the building?
About 12 feet tall. It's got a nice flat roof.
A nice flat roof?
All the buildings are kind of like flat roofed or domed. You know, kind of think like Egypt.
Mm-hmm. And you said Egypt because I'm gonna Assassin's Creed the crap out of this. just to give you backup. I am going to spend the key points. I would like to jump up there, and we're still under the effect. Well, for me, I know because I'm like, hey, we're still under the effects of Pass Without a Trace. So I just want to jump up, and since I can see, do I need to roll or anything? Okay. 2, 2, 2. It says I can double the distance that I can jump using my key points.
I'm familiar, but roll me a stealth.
Yes. Oh, nat 20. Okay, like a gazelle, into the air.
We're back in the forest.
You're so graceful and elegant
Oh,
as you
graceful.
soar.
And I do treat darkness as dim light.
Excellent.
Via my tieflingness, so
and you
while he's
into the shadows,
doing his thing.
So you pretty much just look like a pair of glowing eyes as you creep around
Mm-hmm.
the ledge. Arafel, the duplicate, kind of like tiptoes into the alleyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it go up to the edge and then like peek round the edge, but very obviously.
Okay. And Khan, you notice that one of the assassins you see, they're crouched behind a crate, a basket. It's very Arabian Nights. You can't see the
Okay.
second. And they notice Khan come round the corner. Not Khan, Arafel come round the corner.
Oh.
Not real Arafel. And he looks in, creeps into the alleyway. And then suddenly, behind him, almost just sliding out of the shadows, comes one of the people you pursued, dagger in hand, up high, as they go down to slash, and at the same time you see the second crouch low like a cat, spring and slide forward, dagger in hand, ready to slash at the throat, and together, both one dagger at the back and one at the throat, they go to assassinate, which would be a clean kill had this not been a illusion. And if I'm not mistaken, it disappears once attacked.
That's a good question.
Can you remind me?
I will quickly check.
Thank you very much.
Da-da-da. I can cast it, and it doesn't. No, it doesn't say anything about that. Just lasts for a minute.
Okay.
So I think it will just laugh at them.
Okay, so they slash away at this. Would have been a nice dagger in the back and probably a slit throat ear to ear, had it not been an illusion. These seem very efficient in their work.
Now, can the real Arafor have come up to the mouth of the alleyway?
Yes, you may. You can do whatever you like.
Okay, and now that I know they're distracted by my duplicity, I can cast through that duplicate.
Okay.
So I would like to try. I can't target both of them anymore. I'm out of third level spell slots, but I can try and hold one of them still.
Okay, do so.
Second level spell. So give me that wisdom save, please. Please fail one.
That was a 15.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I even rolled it for a second time just to like try and fudge it, and that was a 20. So I really did try because I wanted you to succeed so badly.
May I use a reaction?
You
I'm
may.
having a crisis of faith over here. Crisis of faith.
So I see all this happen, and they are really close to each other now, right?
Yeah.
So how close is real Arafor? They're not even around,
I
right?
would say 10 foot
10 feet from them?
from real Arafa.
From real Arafor. So they're 10 feet. Okay. I would like to kind of kind of stay with my Assassin's Creed thing. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna go to jump down, and then cast Burning Hands at them. It's a 15-foot cone, and before I do the motion to do it, I'm just gonna go. I need you to back up. I'm like Sprite, back up, and then I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna do Burning Hands in the 15-foot cone at them.
Okay.
It is a dexterity
same?
saving throw, I believe.
Okay.
Like if we were talking rounds, is this the same round I tried to do whole person? Or is it
Yes.
after?
It's the same round.
Okay.
A 16 and a 14.
16 and a 14.
Mm-hmm.
And my spell DC is a 12.
Do they not take half damage?
Oh, jeez, it's been so long since I've casted something.
It's okay. I feel your pain.
Oh, yeah, second. Oh, wait, no, that's still a thing. It's not saying, I apologize. Creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. And then it just tells me how much damage. Oh, yeah, half damage on a failed save. 3d6 fire damage.
Roll my 3d6.
On a failed save. Two. That's you, and
Usually,
you.
dexterity saving throws, you take half damage. So roll me a 3d6, and we'll take half.
Okay.
This is what it always is. Because, like, shield master, no, I don't. This is the rule. And if it's a wisdom saving throw, it's charm person, and you're like, elf, no way.
Elf, no way.
Yeah.
Altogether, it was 15.
Okay.
Oh, geez, what's half of that?
Okay. We're going to pause you there. Go back to the barracks. Actually, no, we're not going to go back to it. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, everybody. So we've got one party about to go into combat, so get your initiative rolls ready, please. And I think the second party most likely as well. You all Dexter, yeah, just everyone roll me initiative. So yeah, we're going to go for a break. Everyone, go have a break. Go get a drinky, go to the toilet, have a coffee since it's nice and early in the morning, and we'll see you in about 5-10 minutes. And if you're watching and you're not part of the Discord, come join the Discord. You can find the link on the Twitter. Come hang out in our chat with us. Because no one talks in our chat, we get quite sad. So come talk to us about your show, tell us who your favourite is. Anyway, we'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. See you in a bit. We are back. We are watching Book 3, Shadow of Vecna. I am your DM for the next hour and a bit. Gloss and Gadgets, also known as Leonie, or Leonie, also known as Gloss and Gadgets. And of course, this is the Greyhawk channel. In case you didn't know what you were watching, maybe you're a bit sleepy and you're just like, ugh, notifications on my phone. Gonna watch it. So yes, we left our party just about to jump into 2 encounters. And we were going to jump back to Varys and Bash, who seem to manhandle someone with poison on them. Maybe there is an assassin, maybe? Who knows? And of course, Khan and Arafor doing their Khan and Arafor thing where they manage to trick some assassins and burn them. So, Varys, the last thing before we roll initiative, the last thing that was said to you was Varys the hairpin. So you can respond to that before we roll initiative.
Amanda Thorne, the hairpin. I don't. It's
Oh god damn it! I'm gonna have to roll initiative for him.
Yeah, I mean, look, he doesn't look that tough. He just falls over and asleep. It's fine. No big deal.
No. He's a army man. Army man must fight.
Okay.
He can just be my shield.
As long as he doesn't just fight the half demon that's in front of him, which is me. I'm not really into.
Bash and Varys, what are your initiative rolls?
Yeah. 18.
11.
So Bash is just kind of like, no, grab it, man, grab it.
Right.
And Commander
In a moment.
Commander, go ahead and grab that with you.
I don't have any stats for him. Oh my god, you guys make my life so difficult. Didn't know you were going to do this with like him there. What is he? Is he a general? I'm just going to make him a soldier for now, because I can find that quickly. Soldier.
And then when he actually gets in a real fight, he can be a real NPC with real stats. But for now, he's NPC soldier.
Yeah, it's the morning. It's the morning.
Exactly.
He's in soldier mode.
He's still got soap on his face. He's like, whatever. Stab it is stab.
Yeah, stab it.
When he gets his cup of coffee, his levels go up.
Same,
Just
weirdly enough.
Just like in real life.
Yeah.
Exactly. That sounds... Okay, I can't find soldier, so I'm just going to make him a guard.
Gladiator.
I have the knight stat block.
The knight! What a good idea! That's not good. That's not useful for me. I can't see that or refer to it when I need to.
Just have Varys play him. That's fine.
Oh, my other half is home. Opening the door. Oh no, maybe not. You put the key in the lock. I'm just ad-libbing as I'm scrolling through my alphabetical list. Element S. O. M. L. N. Nice.
Meanwhile, a musical interlude.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
Thank you very much, guys.
That's me and Khan as we were trying to escape the alleyway.
You did a better impression than Will Smith did.
Ooh, dang.
You want me to what? Grab the hairpin.
He rolled a
It's
7.
the source of the poison.
Well, just say so.
I thought we were at a level of relationship where I could just shout words at you and you would know instinctively what to do. I'm just so jealous of the relationship that Arafor and Karn have. You know, they're so connected and they can say things like shuffleboard and then they do. I just am so lonely sometimes, but I just thought it was me and you, Varys.
They might be siblings, but we're cousins.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Top of the round. By the way, that's conversations canon.
Yep. Perfect.
Bash, you are first.
Yes. Okay.
So you have this assassin
Right. Yeah.
grappled.
Okay. So, I mean, my turn is just keeping them grappled and trying to pin them. I mean, I feel like that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Until they break free and try and do something else. Bash's job is very simple, which is
Okay.
don't let.
Okay, Varys, you are next.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, they rolled really low.
Okay. Varys is going to take a long drag of his pipe, and then he's going to move in, and he's just gonna try and take the hairpin.
Okay. You can take the hairpin as your action. Are you going to do anything else for your turn?
Bash, I got it.
Excellent.
That's it.
And now it's our assassin's turn. They're going to try and break out of the grapple. What was the check for that? No, we'll just contest it again.
Okay.
Okay, so roll me an athletics check and I will roll them a dex.
Ooh, natural 20, 27.
They rolled a 16, they are still grappled. And Thorin looks really pleased with himself. For all intents and purposes, just because this is not technically combat, because my assassin is useless, we're going to keep initiative order, but we're just going to like roleplay it, if it makes sense.
Sure.
So Bash.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Bash is like, if I look around and like, not look around, but sort of with the sense for, I guess concentration needs to be saved, so grappling might be a thing. But can I sense the poison anywhere else other than like the glowing hot ember that is this hairpin that's in his hand? In like the 30 foot, okay.
You can still sense poison in her mouth.
Oh, great. Okay, so Bash's like some sort of poison creature. I don't know. It's all over them. It's inside of them.
In her mouth.
Right.
To play on a trope.
Yep.
Okay. So Varys, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm just going to walk up to her and casually kind of puff a cloud of smoke and just start shaping it into different forms. And I'm just gonna go, Mages of Priest, who put you up to it?
Spire's turn. She bites down.
Yeah.
You hear like a crack and a pop.
Is there any reaction here, or is it?
That's all she does for her action. What I'm saying, 6 seconds. Thorin, who hears the crack and the pop, is like, she has a poison capsule, and he springs into action.
Yep.
Bash.
Bash is like, of course she does, you idiot, and then she lays on hands and
Oh, paladin.
5 points. Yeah, to sort of purge any poison that is. Hopefully, it's not like immune to lay on hands, but yeah.
No.
That's 5 points of my lay on hands for that.
Varys.
Varys is gonna try and pry her mouth open. I don't know.
So she's pinned up. Okay, just for visuals, she's pinned up against the wall by a dragonborn. And Thorin has her like by the head, like squeezing her mouth open. Thorin, you're like there with your fingers all in there. Hope you wash your hands.
Like a hunched over person in a loincloth doing this in her mouth, like. So yeah, that's just to make sure the visuals are fully in our brains. Mr. Smithers, best friend Burns, reaching into it.
My spy is once again going to try and escape. So I need another contested.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, nat 20.
All right, 17.
Okay. She breaks through. She just, I don't know, something about being in the heat. Maybe, I don't know, do dragons sweat? Maybe she's sweating. She's getting a bit slippery. Maybe Thorin knocked you a bit. Varys is in the way. Anyway, she's used all this confusion to slip out from underneath you. And that was her action. Can I use cunning action to disengage? What would that do in this situation? I don't know. She needs to get that hairpin back.
I mean, disengaging would only mean that there couldn't be any
Opportunity attacks. Yeah. Yes, she will disengage, and she will try and sprint to the door. Okay, so Thorin, obviously she slipped out. Your armor's gone against the wall. He has stumbled a bit. He's a bit slow in all his armor. He turns to pursue. Bash, your turn. Meanwhile, the half is panicking, trying to hang up.
All the times.
Okay. So let's see.
What, for fuck's sake?
Okay, so how they sprinted? So how far are they away at this point?
Their movement speed is 30 foot. So they've gone through the door. They're out into the kitchen, which is obviously chaos. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Given what we know, I'm just going to pause you there and jump to Khan and Arathor.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sounds
and then
good.
we can revisit this. Right, guys. You have burnt them with your burning hands. Arathor, you have tricked them and failed to hold them again. We had 120. Khan, what did you roll for your initiative?
Oh, sorry. Everything kind of went all over the place.
Oh, a total of 24.
I rolled 6.
We'll just do their turns at the same time. Okay. Top of the round. Arathor, what would you like to do?
I would like to... Let's see here. I think I will try... Yes, I will cast Bless
Okay.
on myself and Karen.
Okay. You are now blessed.
So any attack roll or saving throw gets an extra d4.
Okay. It is the spy's turn. And they both scale up the wall. And head in separate directions. I'm sorry, but I'm going to screenshot. I'm going to make a GIF out of that. That's a perfect reaction GIF right there. So that's what I'm going to do later. Khan, it is your turn.
Any attack of opportunity?
You can your
Not me, no. But hadn't Khan dropped down on them?
yeah, Khan, you could get one. Do you want to take an opportunity attack?
Yes.
There you go, do so.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, so my monk weapon is a whip.
Love it. No one uses whips. Do it.
Yes. So they go fly up me, and I just want to try to catch one of their legs and just yoink them down with me.
Go to hit. I love this plan.
Yes. Me too.
Oh,
Okay.
There you go. There's that other class.
I rolled a 15, 16, 19, a natural 20.
Okay, the armor class is 12. You succeed. So you
Yeah.
whip it round.
Come here, little suckers.
Do a little bit of damage for me as well as it strikes their leg. And you hear the fantastic...
Plus, all right, 1d4 plus 3. 3. Yeah, I rolled a 4. Wait, no, plus 3. I'm sorry. 3 plus... Oh, 6.
Excellent. 6 points of damage. You pull them down, they land on the sandy floor. Dust rises. The other one seemingly gets away. And just because that kind of ended initiative, unless you're going to pursue the second, or you're just going to interrogate the first, we will. If you're going to pursue the second, we will keep initiative, and if you're going to interrogate the captured one, we'll end.
How far did they get in one round?
They got 15 feet, so they would have gone up and then 15 feet away. Oh, thank you very much. Wow, the house takes such good care of me.
So, if I run out into the street, can I see them on the roof?
No way.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do one last old person try.
Okay.
It's the last one.
Okay, I'm hoping for you. I really am.
Bevan, please.
15. And if I roll it again, it's a 13.
That's okay.
It
happened.
Sorry.
It happened.
I'm going to end initiative here as they hop, skip, and jump over rooftops and eventually disappear from sight. So, an end of initiative, you have a tangled up, stunned, winded assassin on the floor. What would you like to do?
Gonna hit him with a loogie. I mean, I'm straight sibling him. Where is it? Just dangling. But yoink them down. I do want to pull the rope. Am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
Oh, sorry. You made the face like I can't hear you.
No, that's my concentration face, and I'm zoning out from what you're saying and paying attention to this thing over here.
All right. Just yoink them down, pull the rope tighter, and place my foot on their chest. No real pressure, but just like holding them down, but with no real pressure, so they know. If you go to move, there's a lot more pressure that could be on you right now.
Roll me an intimidation
Who are
check.
you?
Yeah, the fake RFO is like really like as well.
No. I'm just like, who are you?
Are you that intimidating? Would I give her advantage or disadvantage for that?
I'm not wearing my hair up.
Can I do a performance
Horns
check
and
for
all.
my clone?
Oh. You know what? You can have advantage. Arafor's clone go, meh. Doesn't have at all.
Not so much, but yeah, I recognize that I never said that I did. My hair is out, down, 4 horns, all of it. It's just, who are you? And then I'm gonna intimidate. Yep, that's how you say that. No. Hold on. No, come back. I went to roll and the cat was just like. Plus 18.
Okay. You see,
I'm intimidated enough.
You see their eyes roll towards you, and their mouth is all covered, so you just kind of see them like sneer with their eyes, and you too hear a pop as they move their jaw and a crack. And unless you're going to do anything immediately, it takes a few seconds before they start to froth and it comes through the cloth of them.
Would a bonus action be able to be used there?
Yeah, like we're not in any initiative, so.
I've come back into the alleyway now, having missed my chance there. I can purify food and drink. She's about to drink the saliva in her mouth.
Oh, you're better than me. I was just gonna karate chop their throat so it clack. It came out their mouth. You can't swallow it if you threw it up. That's all I'm saying. Can I roll to punch the duodenum? I get 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. I just give him the 1-2 right in the lungs.
Those are 2 very good plans. I am not sure if the saliva thing will work. I don't know. Would you?
It was a stretch. It was a stretch.
I don't know. I don't know. It's quite clever. I kind of want to. Yeah, I will allow it because I think it's quite clever. a useful way of using that
Semantics.
spell. And if you still want to party chop them to make them throw up, I will allow that too.
Because
At this point, I think they deserve it. They tried to murder my brother.
Well, your fake brother. But, yeah.
I can save one of these strikes for you.
Yeah.
She'll come over there. She'll jump in that plane.
I am in a mood. So I have to see what damaged my weapon hands.
I looked down at the assassin and was like, they're in a mood.
So what does purify food and water do, if you could kindly remind me?
All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice, the assassin's tongue, is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
Okay. Num num, cherry Pepsi Max. Num num num. Who are you going to roll to hit, missus? I'm waiting for you.
I know you are, but I have no idea what to roll right now. It
A
just
roll
says
to hit. Unarmed strike. Just roll me 2. Oh, do you not know what your unarmed strikes are? Okay.
yeah. That's
Alright, let me just go get my monk open so I can tell you.
I'm apologize.
So on a monk unarmed strike, which is actually different from a normal unarmed strike, it is, I made myself a special thing, it is your proficiency plus your dex on a d20.
Okay. Efficiency plus my dex plus
Go,
3.
Get him.
My proficiency. I rolled, you said on a d20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. That is going to be an 18. Ursula, please.
Excellent. It's 1d6 plus your dex for damage.
I rolled a 6 and plus my dex 9.
Ooh, really?
I rolled a 6 and then I got a plus 3 on my dex.
Huh. So you successfully... Oh. They did.
They non-lethal. No, I called it non-lethal. I just want to make them throw up.
Yeah, they had 9 hit points left. Okay, they are unconscious. They are unconscious.
Nice one, Sprite. Now, I can force them to tell the truth so we can get the information out of them when they come round.
Just tying them. Yeah, when they come around.
Yeah. Let's go and take them over to Commander Thorin. He'll want to listen in on this too.
I need a strength check to pick up this ragamuffin.
No, you can
Just
successfully
sack.
take
Like
it.
a sack.
Cool. So while that was happening, meanwhile, back at the barracks, while this is all going on, it's fizzy. Oh no, excuse me. There we go. The assassin has sprinted out into the kitchen, and Thorin has gone on to pursuit. You guys are still kind of in your initiative. So, Bash, you are first.
So, is this person, when you say sprint, do you mean like quadruple their movement?
No, because
okay.
they use their action and their bonus action to get away from you.
Right, okay.
So they've only made it like 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Let's see. Just want to make sure. All right. So, 30 feet away. Bash sort of like trident, shield out, like wherever Thorin is, Bash makes the point of like bumping into him with her shield to run up to this person. While they're running, they're gonna let detect poison go and cast ensnaring strike on their trident, and then they're going to attempt to stab poison person. So the next creature I hit with ensnaring strike on is restrained, and they take 1d6 damage per turn, and it's a strength save at the end of their turn.
Okay. So do you need to roll to hit?
Yes, I do need to roll to hit. I just want to lay out the spell so that it's
And then at the end of their turn, they could do a strength saving throw to resist. Okay.
Right, and it's a DC 15.
Okay.
All right, so Trident goes, and it's going to be scuba doo. Of course, it's on the wrong page here, so that's cool. And 19
That hits.
hits. Okay.
Probably some damage.
Yeah, and that's so it's 7 damage. And then they take another 10 damage from the thorns. Oh, no, sorry. I'm sorry. That include my modifier there. 96. 5. So just 5 damage from the thorns from entangling strike. So what happens is Bash like stabs this person.
And 7 from your
trident. And just from the trident. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, Bash stabs the person with the trident, and like all of the hooks from the trident sort of like spring like thorny vines out of them and sort of wrap around the wound wherever it is on this person's body, and they're sort of like stuck on the end of the trident. And then I will try to attack again. And I really don't want to kill this person, but yeah, let's see. Here we go. 22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that, wow, rolling too many 6s. Let's roll again. So it's 7. There we go. Just less damage. I don't want to hurt them too bad.
Okay. Varys, what would you like to do?
Okay. Varys is going to move up still in his priestly form. Instead of inhaling from his pipe, he's going to blow into it such that a little ember comes out, and then with the finger, he's going to like take it and whirl it in a circle, and it goes out to a radius of 30 feet, and I'm casting Detect Magic. I specifically want to know, like, is this person an illusion, or is there some sort of magic on them? The assassin. Is this some sort of infernal creature?
These are all very, very good questions. You cast Detect Magic, of course you can feel the strike resonating with Bash's very familiar magic on them. You also feel a dagger at their side emanate with magic. But apart from that, nothing else is registering. Anything else for your turn?
I will... No, that's it. That's it.
Okay. It is my spy's turn, and they are running through the kitchen. Bash, you managed to stab them twice with your tremendous reach on your trident in the back. They stumble, they bump into someone, bread goes everywhere. They try to limp away, seemingly quite injured. Their hand on their stomach as they're trying to resist the poison that courses through them, and they're going to use their cunning action to dash. So now they are additional 60 feet away.
Do they have more poison in them from when I lay on the hands and cured all of the poison off of them?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I may have misunderstood something. Never mind. Anyway, they're
Did I
staggering. They're injured. They're bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Thorin is very slow. He tries to run. He shouts, "Catch her! Stop it!" Etc. He's very useful. I love it. I went and got him a stat block for no reason.
When your stat block means nothing when you're the commander of troops.
And Bash, it is your turn. They are now about 70 feet away from you.
Sure. So did they need to do a strength just because they technically can't move, right? So ensnaring strike means that they do a strength check at the end of it.
I've got to do that. See, this is why I told you to remind me. They rolled a 16.
Oh, okay. So they did dash away. That's fine. Okay, cool. So yeah, Bash not runs, but 30 feet away towards them, and they're like 40 feet away, and then does the sweet thing that they like to do, which is to take a trident and just like huck it. So Bash is like, somebody hold her down. I can't do everything. And just like grabs the trident and, throws it up in the air and catches it in the other hand and then just like hucks it. And 22 to hit.
Yeah, that does.
Okay. 10 damage.
Oh, she had 9. She did.
Yeah.
You have perfect javelin form as you lean forward and release your trident. It sails through the air almost as if perfectly timed, so it misses one person and avoids the bread and goes through the arm of another. It strikes her in her back. Her back arches. She stumbles. She falls and moves no longer.
Are we in?
You are out of initiative.
Okay. Can I go over there with a healing kit and stabilizer, or is she dead? Like NPC?
Yeah,
dead?
she's NPC. Dead.
Okay. All right.
But, as if you are cursing yourself for your foul luck, in walks Khan and Arafa. In tow, one unconscious assassin.
You got one?
Bash like rips the trident out of the back and says, "Me too." And
That was like action hero.
yeah,
Bash, but at least we can ask our one questions.
I understand, but try and have a bunch of bakers stop somebody from running past them. They're not very good with people, just bread. And
We need
Bash,
that other
like,
baker.
grabs-
He's a beast.
Yeah, you bakers.
Varys,
Beta
please.
guards.
Thank you, Varys. Everybody, go back to work. Good job. Okay. We still need to make sure that there's no more poison around here. And so, yeah, I mean, Bash is going to sort of root around in this person's belongings, looking for anything that might be useful. And then,
Bash, I can help you purify.
yeah,
Sorry.
she was up in the stock room with the potatoes. If we can find out. Am I the only person that can actually detect poison? I feel like this is going to be my
Your thing.
my first level spell. Explosions is going to be like,
can-
yeah, don't worry.
I can get rid of it, but I can't find it. Sorry, you have to put
Okay.
me in the right direction.
Cool. All right. So yeah, Bash like sorts through this person's gear, the dead person, not the unconscious one, and then is going to just like walk back up to where they were getting potatoes, and hopefully she doesn't see anybody grabbing stuff from up there, because if she does, she'll like knock it out of anybody's hands and be like, "Fools, get away from that. That's not for you. It's poison." It doesn't matter.
DM, do we see the big communal pot that we saw last time round?
Yes, you do. It's in the centre of the room, and there's a convenient beam just above it.
I
I want
see.
to slop it.
No one's crawling across it, don't worry. But you do only know the location of 2 assassins. Anyway, Commander Thorin looks very irritated at this point. He nods to the back storeroom and says, I think we should have a talk.
Good idea. And I can make sure it's a nice, honest one.
And so you drag the well, don't need to drag. Bash is here. Bash, you just lift this person up like they're a sack of flour. And take them into the back room where Commander Thoron is standing looking grim, arms crossed. And Bash, he walks up to you immediately as you set the assassin down and pulls down your hood and regards your face.
And yeah, Bash.
And you just kind of see his eyebrow twitch. I can't make one eyebrow twitch, I can make both. Oh no, I can take that one. Aha!
Nice.
I think you
And
all
Bash
owe
just
me an
looks-
explanation here. Varys, how long does your spell last?
An hour.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna run out soon. I think you will offer me an explanation.
Your holy ship? It's a verse.
Oh. Christ, I should not be the one doing this. Well,
Who is this
Priest
Christ?
Elamor.
I elbow him. It's like, Victor.
Christ was this hero from my village. He was the master of water sports. He was incredible. Anyway,
Mouthful of water.
My inner Catholic's laughing.
now, you're not going to believe me, but you're going to be overrun by orcs from ahead, from below, hopefully not from above, at least not yet. But in a matter of times, your sewers are going to be exploding with orcs overrunning you, and you would have been defenseless without us. Because you see this, and I hold up the pin of poison, the hairpin of poison.
We think that we have reason to believe there might be more of these cultists in the Mage's Tower too.
We need you to take your men, secure the sewers, and mobilize at the front gate.
How do you know this? I can't believe for a second you dreamt it.
I've seen it with my own very eyes.
Enough of your magical nonsense. Give me
It's-
facts. I don't know why he slams his fist on because he's standing up, but he does.
My chest.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that little hat.
Yeah. Bash just like looks at creepy withered old man in his loincloth and is like, that's it? You're just orcs coming at, he's not ever gonna believe any. Okay, look, Thorin. And Bash just like stands up full height and looks at him and is like, I don't care if you believe us, just do what we are telling you to do and mobilize your forces to protect the town you are sworn to save. And she just like pokes a claw into his breastplate. And if my friend the priest's word isn't good enough, you can take my word for it. And she's gonna try and intimidate him if she can, to do his job, because that is kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is happening, so it needs to happen anyway. But also, I'd like to like put a small hand up on Bash's scaly arm and explain to Commander Thorin that I have Zone of Truth, so he can be assured. Because once we're in the spell, and the people affected by the spell also are aware of it, so he would know that we were forced to tell the truth.
Okay.
And so that way we could prove to him that this is all true.
Arafor always coming in to save Bash. Okay, so Bash is like poke, and then you say, actually, I have a spell, which Bash also has and was going to use. But yeah, so Bash is like, or we could do it this way. My friend could cast a spell, and you would know that we're telling you the truth.
Just keeps things all out in the open.
Okay. Do it.
Don't let us tell any fibbles. And yeah, I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Bash rolls her eyes when you say fibbies. Because she's just like,
So we can, we choose to.
We tell the
be
story
affected.
again. Thorin listens. And he says something that will surprise you. But he also can't tell a lie. We don't have enough men to both man the walls and the sewers.
of course. Of course.
I don't fancy your chances.
Does this mean we're going into the sewers?
I mean, I feel like we have to go into the sewers.
But I was so clean.
You're only wearing a loincloth.
And it's clean.
Okay, sure. Okay.
My men will avoid breakfast for the morning, as you said. And I'm just going to assume you told him that one assassin got away. They could try again later.
Careful. Be very careful.
We will man the wall. We will hold them as long as we can. But I don't know how they managed to get into the sewers. The entrances are buried, secret. Although I did once hear that smugglers were once using the roots. Perhaps they sold the information.
On the river?
Out of the city. There's routes. The sewer interconnects into various places to the river.
Bash is in the Zone of Truth says, smuggling. I always wanted to try my hand at that. It sounds so exciting. And then she looks around and she's like, also, where would the den of these smugglers be?
I go to Bash. I'm like, you only have to speak the truth if you speak at all. You can.
I did not know that. Thank you for telling me.
Therefore, let him keep going.
Also, I really like that jacket on you. It looks smart.
And sorry, dawned on me. Our Lord Vecna eradicated the smugglers some time ago, but the root remains.
Do you
Perhaps
know
someone
anyone? Yeah. Do you know anybody that would know?
Do I look like the sort of man that hangs around with disreputable people? I couldn't say that.
You're in the You're in the military. Yes, you do.
I am a man of honor.
At the very least, you've dealt with these disrespectful people.
It's tricky.
There we go. Disrespectful. Perfect.
Why can't any of us say this word?
Them baddies.
Contagious.
Bad people.
You'll have
I'm
to
sure
see.
you've apprehended them, perhaps.
Do I look like a police officer?
Yes.
Well, I'm
A lot
not.
of rhetorical questions.
What? I don't know what rhetorical means.
Can I drop this zone?
No, don't do it yet. We need to ask the unconscious person questions. Don't waste your spell. I don't want to have to use the second level spell for this.
Yeah, we need to get some questions asked to this one. Maybe they'll know where the orcs are coming from. They seem to be in cahoots.
Okay, so is Thorin going to leave the scene, or is he going to hang out with us while we interrogate this person?
He's gonna hang out.
Okay.
He's a hanging out sort of guy.
So, yeah. So, Bash puts her hand on the unconscious person who is tied up. Yes. Okay.
Sorry,
yeah.
DM. Full disclosure, they do get a saving throw.
Oh, open up their stat block again because I closed it because I was like, I don't need this anymore. Okay, got it.
All right. So yeah,
charisma saving throw.
So Bash, touches them and just uses like one point of lay on hands to make them unconscious.
And they wake up. And they're eerily calm.
Did they pass or fail?
Oh, wait. 15. Rolling lots of 15s on my wisdom save. I'm sensing a theme.
Strange that that's exactly the DC.
How odd.
I have a secondary camera. Shall I point it at my dice?
Okay. So you know that they failed. Right?
Yeah, so I say to Bash, it's like, they might not be... But I want to try and intimidate them into thinking they're under the zone, like they're under the influence. It's like, I have cast a mighty spell, and you have to tell the truth.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that's an intimidation. I would say that's more a deception. So please roll me a deception check.
Is there a way that I can help with this?
If you can think of a way that you can help, that can have advantage. So you've been quite creative thus far. So
I mean, Bash sort of like Air 4 is the main rapper in a rap music video, and Bash sort of leans in,
hype man,
crosses their arms, and is like, "That's right, it's a spell of truth," and just stares at them. Is that not good enough? All right.
Well, it's just that the spell. If you're a hype man, you're a very poor hype man. It's just that this spell, they know there's a spell. They know the victim knows there's a spell, so you're trying to trick them into thinking they are, even though they know they're not. Yeah, it's just a deception, no advantage. I'm sorry, Bash.
Okay.
Bash is very good at that.
Here we go. Yeah. 7. Sorry.
I also rolled a 7 on my insight. Oh no, that was just an intelligence. Oh, I rolled a 22 on that insight. Have you uncovered their face? So they still like... Or did you pull it down? Okay.
Yeah, I think we put it down so we can try and read their expression.
Yeah, they're smirking. It's a man.
His tongue is full of smirkers.
With a deep scar over his face.
Arafor, have you been memorizing their faces so you can see them when we meet them again?
I'm watching. So, yeah,
Bash sort of takes out their trident, I guess. Picture of my good friend. And sort of just like slams it into the ground next to them. And it's like, we don't need a zone of truth to get the answers from you. And then,
is anyone else's volume dropped, or is it just me?
Bash sounds quiet to me too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, agreed.
I didn't. Okay, cool. But should touch quiet.
Worse or better? Worse?
Same.
Same.
Interesting. I legitimately am not touching. Alright. Yeah, okay, I don't want this to take too long.
I mean, it's audible, but...
Weird. Okay. I can just speak louder. Is that I don't know.
It helps.
Are you muted, DM? Yeah, okay. I see. I am trying to figure out where the volume control is running on this. Because it shouldn't have changed all the settings.
Don't worry about it. It's still okay, and I can counteract it. Okay, so what are you trying to do?
Yeah. Bash is like, we don't need a zone of truth to get the answers out of you. And then Bashira casts Zone of Truth.
Because there's another charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because you guys don't believe me in all my 15s.
No, of course you do.
No. My honor has been impeached.
Wow, rude.
What is that?
Is that another 15?
It
Yes.
is. It's definitely
Good
a taste
thing
for them today.
Good thing my spell DC is 15. Ha ha! Oh wait, no, that's damn. Okay, cool. So
If it makes you feel any better, Arafor got a natural 1 and is definitely going to be telling the truth.
And Cathora rolled an 8.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all the important people have to tell the truth now, of course. So
He's lying. He casts Zone of Truth again.
it's okay.
So-
Fine.
Commander Thorin has been watching this. He seems highly amused by it all. He's disappeared for a bit. You hear him shout some orders. It sounds like the kitchen has just gone dead. Because they were all still making breakfast. It's breakfast time. There's still a missing assassin. He comes back. And obviously, he says, well, there's more than one way to get an answer out of someone. And he, like, cracks his gauntleted hands and just begins punching this person.
I think Arafor would leave the room. Just like, ooh, just walk
And
out.
I mean, Bashir will not let him punch him more than like twice.
Okay.
So
So he
if
punches
it
him
looks
twice.
like-
Yeah, he punches him
Right.
twice. He goes unconscious.
Yeah.
You can bring him back with another 1 point.
yeah, I mean that's what I do. And I'm just like, no, we don't need that kind of interrogation. And Bash squats over them, still leaning on the trident, and is like, look, you're stuck here with me and this one. And she points at Thorin, who is like bloodied gauntlet hands. And she's like, I'll let you go if you give me the answers I need. I swear. And she like gestures to the zone of truth. You'll be free if you give me the answers.
This person, even though they're bloodied, the nose streaming, mouth, you see them, they're so calm. The markers of a professional, true assassin. And even though their lip is split, they look at you in the eye, Bash. And they spit at you. Bloody.
Okay.
There's blood all down their chin.
Can I attempt to intimidate them? Have I done that yet? I feel like I've cast Zone of Truth, but have I tried
No,
to
you
just...
have not done an intimidation check yet.
Okay. So, again, Bash sort of like takes the blood and wipes it off and then just like licks it into her mouth
Oh.
and sort of like moves it around in her mouth and swallows it. And he's like, I'm hungry now. She's going to lean into sort of like the demon thing and just sort of like takes a claw and kind of runs it across the meatier parts of this person's face, like their cheek, and just kind of like a little slice and a little bit more licking of the finger where there's blood.
Roll
And she's
with
like,
advantage.
okay. 21.
They rolled a 14. This cool, calm, too cool for school mask that this person was wearing drops. Your domineering presence, your lizard facade. You see a look of worry in their eye.
My offer to let you go still stands. All I need is the answer to my friend's questions. So Bash like calls Arafor back in because Arafor left, and so Bash is like, Arafor, get in here. And if Arafor will, I don't know. It's up to
Yeah, he does too.
Okay. I think our friend is a little bit more willing to cooperate. And so she kind of like steps aside and lets Varys and Arafor ask the questions, but all the time she's sort of always in physical contact with this person, like touching their shoulder or touching their hair, and just kind of like very possessive physically of their space. And yeah, there will be like talon digs if they slowly answer, but Bash does not want to answer the question. She's kind of there to sort of lend her presence, and that's it.
Ask your questions.
Arafor, would you like to start us off?
Well, let's get a little clarity here, shall we? What's the name of your organization?
And you see their jaw move as the words form in their mouth. They don't want to speak them. They look at Bash.
I read that purify spell again in case they're going to bite a tooth.
No. There's only one. Fine. I'll tell you. But you need to make me a promise. When you are done with me, you'll kill me. Because I am dead anyway.
I look to Bash.
If that's the release you wish, that's the release I'll give you.
We promise.
We are the Order of Pleasure.
Religious?
We serve the Prince of Pleasure.
Do I know that?
Roll me a history check.
History or kind of religion?
Yeah, you can roll religion.
It's the same roll, actually.
Either.
21.
You know, you've heard of the cult of pleasure before. They serve none other than the demon lord, Gratz.
Who exactly in this town is part of this fine organization of yours?
It would be easier to tell you who isn't.
How about Mira?
Yes.
How about the priests at the temple?
One.
Which one?
So his name now is Derek. I really should get this. 1 minute. I have a feeling this is going to happen again.
Panthers.
Right to the back. Yeah, that one. His name. Because I feel I want to make it something more flavorful. Reddish. Spelled Redgjij.
Are you the ones bringing the orcs?
What orcs?
Therefore, do you believe them?
I mean, we know that he's under intimidation, right?
Yeah. Intimidation and zone of truth.
You say this is all just bad luck, this timing, that you and your idiots disable the mages and take out all the guards just as an entire orc horde is rolling up on the walls?
I don't know anything about orcs.
Then what are you trying to achieve if you're not weakening the city for the orcs?
What is your end goal?
We want to take over the city. Today is.
Well, I've got news for you, mate. It's going to be gone. There's nothing for you to take over.
Grats will save us.
Wait, so you don't even worship Vecna, do you?
What has he ever done for us?
That's a good question. Not much, I hope.
Arafal's very worried about saying stuff like that in front of Thorin. Thorin's probably a good Vecna follower.
He's not religious, he said.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And what can you tell us of the ritual the mages are conducting?
I don't know any ritual that the mages are conducting, but we are conducting our own. A blood sacrifice.
A blood sacrifice. Ooh, sounds splendid. I'd love to hear more. My friend over here, she already has a taste for blood. I gestured to Bash.
Where is that happening? I mean, it's too late now. We'll never make it in time. Today.
A valid point.
Didn't highlight this bit. I wasn't prepared for this. Always be prepared, DMs. Anything can happen.
I hear you.
Or as I like to say, just make it up on the fly and then backfill it, because who cares about it being right in notes?
Yeah, but I might mess up some stuff, and then I'll be like, oh god, I now have to rewrite the whole thing. God damn it! And I've still got 30 hours to put in my freelance job by the 26th. So.
Right. All right. Fine.
I'm going
Fair
to say.
point.
I'm going
you
to
have
say.
pointed out the flaw in my DMing style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to say he doesn't know. I don't know. He sounds like Thorin for some reason. That happened. It's catching.
The same voice out of two people. Oh my god, doppelgangers, quick.
It all makes sense now.
Are we done?
Is there some way we can stop Mira and her crew in the tower? Do you have some signal to call things up?
No. Mira's job is merely to keep an eye on the mages till the sacrifice is done.
So at this point, Bash sort of grabs from behind the shoulders and sort of pulses on them like a cat would, and is like, do you know maybe where the smuggler's entrance in and out of the city is?
Yes.
Can I please have that location, friend? And then a tongue kind of just sticks out, and you feel it lapping at the back. Yeah. Sorry,
on the edge of the ear.
No, it's very good. It's good. Emotions. Very good, very good. He spits this out. North, in the forest. It's used by the Thieves Guild.
Where's the Thieves Guild? Bashir returns to Thorin and asks him.
Thorin shrugs. However, Assassin says... Thorin's very useful. Assassin says... I don't know where the Thieves Guild is, but I know there's a black market, which you can reach by following the signs in the sewer.
Okay. And so Bash sort of stands up and looks at her companions and says, is there anything else before we fulfill our friend's wish.
Friend, it's your final moments on this earth. Any final words?
All hail the Prince of Pleasure.
Right. And yeah, like with that, its claws in throat, like ripped out.
And he's dead. I'm quite proud of those last words.
That is fantastic. I was like, oh no, what's it going to be? Is it going to be like, I hate you? But no, that was good.
Okay, you're done. You.
And, yeah,
I
so.
think you successfully foiled the. I don't know. I'm going to consult my notes. I think you successfully foiled the plot. No one's having breakfast. They're going to be some hungry people.
Yeah, that's what.
On those
Yeah,
walls.
Or they can. Hopefully, it'll make them hangry and they can channel that aggression.
Yep.
Well, hungry is better than
How
dead.
dare you disturb breakfast?
I'm just worried. I'm just worried about it.
Yeah, we've seen the alternative.
Still being somewhere, and then they're like, "Oh, let's have some hash for lunch," and then they're like, "Oh my God, I'm dead, poison." 3 hours later,
I mean, I don't know. Like, this is a big siege.
Right.
I know they can hold the walls as long as they're cured. I don't know if there's like, if they're busy fighting. I don't know if there's time to be like, 5 minutes, guys. It's time for tiffin.
Guy, I'm on break now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Rotate.
Vecna. I'm pretty sure Vecna is a very harsh mistress when it comes to tea. I mean, look, couple snacks and you're ready to fight more and give the darkness. Is that right?
So, what now? I mean, do we go to the tower and try and stop that? What's her face, Mira?
If this cult or what is it, an order, I guess is what they said, yeah. If this order is somehow not involved with this orc, there must be a mastermind behind both things. There's no way these two plots do not converge.
Agreed.
And I'm trying to figure out if stopping the mages is the best call or if we need to explore the sewers now before we tackle the mage tower. I don't know. This is a lot of information. But having these plots not connected seems too bizarre to me.
Well,
I can't believe the timing that these idiots, these followers of this prince would do this at this exact time, this exact moment.
There, like I said, there is probably somebody, perhaps this Prince of Pleasure. A greater demon has more, I don't know, desires, I feel, than to just see this town fall. If he wants to destroy the last standing place of one of his rivals, like Vecna, I'm pretty sure a Prince of Hell would be able to pull together this kind of orcs / cultists not knowing about each other.
I think maybe they're whispering in the general's ear too.
I don't know.
I think, well, we have a secular problem, the orcs, and we have a metaphysical problem with the ritual.
Speaking of metaphysical, that means we need to speak with Rajesh.
Here's a thought. If Thorin doesn't have the forces to, like, guard the wall and the sewers, but there's that black market down there, surely they'd have a vested interest in defending their territory.
Cowards, the lot of them. Thorin, who's still hanging out in the room.
Yeah, while we're talking about time travel and stuff, yeah, no.
Yeah. No, he's
I
listening.
haven't
He seems
mentioned
festively interested in what you have to say.
So yeah, if we pay them enough, or maybe they'll help us, but we can't depend on anybody but each other. And she like sets her arm on Airfor's shoulder and sets it on Varys' shoulder and gives them both like a squeeze. And Karn is there, so she makes eye
Yeah,
contact.
R4, hold up. Yeah, hold up.
We are the ones that seem to be stuck here, and we are the ones that are going to need to stabilize the city so that we can leave, because I just want to get out of here.
Since we're all standing in this circle of truth, I have no other alternative but to believe you.
We just wanna get out of this loop.
How many times has this happened before, do you know? How many times have we met? How many times have I been poisoned?
You didn't get poisoned. You managed to shrug it off. This is the third.
And I'm assuming this is the first time you've got this far.
I'm afraid so. And there's a ways to go.
Is there any information you can provide us that would make it easier to convince you should we run into you again? And should you be skeptical of our mission? Something, perhaps a secret of some sort, some information only you would know and only you would give to your closest confidants.
And he looks at the door for a moment. He walks over. He closes it. The kitchen, everyone's like laying about, looking very confused. No one really knows what's going on. And he closes it. I am a married man. Arranged. My lover's name is Beck. B-E-K. And he is my most trusted advisor. And no one knows.
Thank you.
And also some sort of cultist of pleasure, maybe. Anyway, yeah. So Vash, turns to Thor and is like, "Until we see you again," and dramatically like walks out the door and is like, "We should get to the Mage's Tower and see if we can stop the ritual."
Agreed.
Should Karen and I try and contact this black market, or is that for another day?
Perhaps.
Yeah, go ahead.
Perhaps it'd be better to keep our forces united. We might need the full brunt of our abilities to take down this ritual.
Yeah, and Bash turns to Aerofor and says, "I'm uncomfortable with you dividing up when we don't know what's going on. If we're going to make one loop towards the sewers, we should probably stick together for the first one. We know the Mage's Tower. We've all been there. We'll do this, and then if it's enough, hopefully the ritual will succeed. The guards will stave off the orcs, and the ritual will save us from the resetting of this place."
Well then, let's. I don't want to talk to that Soaring guy again.
No one does.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll do the talking.
Didn't I kind of get the feeling that money would have worked if we'd used it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe we lead with that this time.
I'll lead with money in my fist for sure. Let's go.
Money in my fist,
She does
money in
have
my
a way
fist,
with
one
words.
person. And with that, with your plan, it is 6:30. There's been no sound of war horns yet. It is now we will end the session. Congratulations, you didn't die.
Wow.
Your
Sweet.
day continues. We may actually go through a whole day where you don't speed shit up.
Wow. I'm confused and conflicted at the same time. Like I'm like, wait, shouldn't we die now, everybody? Hey, where's that big baker guy? Let's go after him again. I feel like he.
Well done.
You turn to see Arifal's drawn a dagger and he's just approaching you. Must close the loop. Must close the loop.
It took you way less time than I thought to get bored and just start murdering everyone, Arifor.
It's the Wyvern Effect, that pebble he kicked.
Well done, my party. I'm so pleased. This is a very good session. You all did very, very well. Thank you for ad-libbing at the beginning while I quickly set up an encounter that I knew was going to happen. You were great. Of course, I'd like to thank all our wonderful viewers that came and hung out with us this morning. I know it's early. You are the best. Thank you for continuing to watch. I have been your DM, Gloss and Gadgets, also known as Leonie. And yeah, so thank you to everyone that donated bits. Thank you to all our patrons. Thank you to our subscribers. Without you, none of this would be possible. Also, thank you to Roll20, who powers the Greyhawk channel, and all our other sponsors, such as Battle Maps, the Cantrip Candles, I'm trying to do this off the top of my head, ruinc.com, and Tabletop Loot, all of which you can get codes for if you join our Discord. Our Discord's in the chat. Aha! So quickly, let's go around the table. It will go the opposite way. Maybe Calm will turn back up and be like, hi guys. If not, I will do her promotion for her, because I know what she's up to. We'll start with you, Bash.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Rand. Thanks for watching. Bashira appreciates you sticking with us as we rip throats out to people that are going to still be alive. It's fine. I don't really have a large web presence or anything to plug. You can check me out on the internet at Shelve the Books on Twitter. If you are looking for good Twitch content, though, please check out my friends Randomly Generated and Rose Artemis on Twitch, because not only do they play great D&D, but they also variety stream, and they could really use more people to appreciate their quality work. So, thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Excellent. Arafo.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching again, and there's another great session. Thank you DM and players, that was so fun. Yep, I don't have any other streams, but I am on Twitter, where I posted my first ever fan art. The ending of last week's episode was so fun that I actually was inspired to doodle it, and I have never drawn anything before ever again, and it shows. But Phoenix Iwaki, Iwaki, over on Twitter, it is there.
God. Shadow of Vecna has its first fan art.
The world.
My first fan art for a game. I'm so
Yay!
pleased. I didn't draw myself.
So thank you all so much, and I can't wait for next time. Veres,
you're next.
Everyone, Mike D here. I'm the Dungeon Master of my own stream, known as Legends Die Live, where Diveris is an NPC in that world. So if that's your type of flavor, feel free to join us Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're doing a special off-the-cuff one-shot tomorrow at 5. If you just can't get enough D&D, you've got options. You can find us at Twitter and Twitch at Legends Die Live.
Excellent. And then Khan, who's not here, unfortunately she had to step away to deal with the personal stuff. So I can tell you that on the 30th of June, Khan will be starring on my channel, Gold Heart Gaming, which you saw me in chat. You can just click on my name in the chat. I'm going to chat something right now. Hi, chat. Click my name. Click my name, go follow. So yes, Khan will be joining us or Buns, will be joining us on the 30th of June, where we have our first sponsored game by Mayhem Press. Basically, it's chaos in space. In trouble, on fire, and in space is the tagline. We are currently promoting all the characters over on our Twitter, and the artwork is just beautiful. I absolutely love it. You can also find her on the 29th, new role on Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Waterdeep Dragon Heist on my channel has been running for 19 sessions now. We've had some players that have had to step away from because of real life. Real life sucks. And Buns is coming to join us. I don't know who she's playing yet. I'm so excited. I have seen some of the artwork. Artwork looks good. I've got to make an overlay out of that. So, yeah. Oh, so much to do, not enough time. And you can follow her on, is it Honey Buns with a Z on Twitter? I have such a terrible memory. Come follow me, Gloss and Gadgets. I tagged her in a lot of posts. You can click on her, follow her through me. And of course, yes, I'm Gloss and Gadgets when I'm not here, which I am every Wednesday and every Friday, where I'm playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh, DM'd by both DM Shame and DM Grimjack, where I play, who do I play? Runway, creepy tiefling with a cool voice. We're playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Everything is going wrong. The group is hilarious. We have a sassy dragonborn, and we have an emo dwarf with no beard. So really check that out. Of course, and when I'm over on the Scratters Academy on Thursdays, where I play Rist Machitekos, that's the monk I had to look up to help Buns with her thing. And then, of course, my own channel thing. Anyway, before we go, one more thing. Just one more thing, as I like to say in my Casa Strahd game. This week, rest of the week, later today, you can catch Mordenkainen's Path of the Plains at 2 p.m. EST, and then at 8 p.m. EST, it's Legends and Lore. Thursdays, check out Hidden Shrine of Tamo-chan, and then at 4:30 p.m. EST, and then 8 p.m. EST, it is Starlight Society. Friday, we go to Saltmarsh. At 2 p.m. EST, which I already plugged for you. At 5 p.m. EST, it is The Old Face, DM'd by NPC Bree, and my friend KCH plays in it. And then at 8 p.m. EST, it's Saltmarsh Stories, DM'd by Alex Cato. Okay, Cato, I'm not sure. I'll check on how to pronounce that later. And then, of course, bringing it up for Saturday, it is Greyhawk Talk with That Is My Real Name Heavenly, community manager for Greyhawk. You'll see her about. 4 p.m. EST, it is Seekers of the Scorpion Crown, DM'd by Dank Dungeons TV. And at 8 p.m. EST, it is Who Are the Monsters? DM'd by Bianca Zelda. And of course, you can meet all these wonderful people who are playing in all these wonderful shows in the Discord. Go join it. Come hang out with us. Come see the artwork. We're going to post this in there. I might even watercolour some stuff if you come and join it. But that's the condition. Okay? So come join it. Come to us. Anyway, I hope in your DM. I'm starting to get a bit hyper. Sugar rush. I'm going to go do some work and finish my day. So I hope you all have lovely days. This is the Greyhawk channel. We'll say goodnight. Bye.